just bought yourself a motorboat or you charter a boat, there are some checks that you've got to do on the engine before you actually leave your mooring, and I'm just going to run through those with you now. Two things you've got to consider: lubrication and cooling, and that means checking your engine oil, your gearbox oil and your raw water inlet to make sure that that's clear, and your freshwater tank if you've got a seal system, as in this case, that you've got plenty of water in there. First job I'm going to do today is just check the engine oil. So when you pull the stick out, wipe it clean and then put it back in again to make sure that you've got plenty of oil. And as you can see from there, from these two marks, that's the full and that's the minimum, and we're just above full before I wiped it clean, so the oil's looking good. So that's the engine oil checked, so we'll put the dipstick back, and the next job is to check the gearbox oil. You don't need to do the gearbox oil every time you go out. Typically every couple of weeks is probably enough, but I'll just show you how to do it today. Next job is the gearbox oil, and on this boat here's the gearbox dipstick, so we unscrew that. Again, wipe it before you check it. That's the level we're looking for, so as long as that level is covered, we're okay. Next job is a visual check on the water for the freshwater seal system, and we've got plenty in there, so that's okay. So now we do our raw water filter, and that's down here. Now the seacock for the raw water filter is down here, but don't turn the seacock on before you've checked the filter, because what can happen is that you turn the seacock on, you unscrew the top of the filter, and then water can come up if you get a rock from a swell or a passing wash from a boat. So we'll check the filters clean first of all. Well, that's looking pretty good, because I gave those a clean last time I came back to the pontoon, so I don't need to do anything with that. We put that back in, and I'll just show you what happens when I put the seacock on. The water level is now coming up. So I'll put the lid back on there, and then put the seacock on fully. And typically when you have a seacock, it's on when the lever is in line with the pipe. Well, that's the starboard engine done. We've got twin engines on this boat, so the next job is to do exactly the same checks on the port side engine. Well, we've checked that our filters are clear, then we've got to make sure that we've got water actually going through the system when the engine's turning over. So what we're looking for is cooling water coming out of the exhaust. Now I've got two on this boat, port and starboard, so what I'll do is fire up the engines and then make sure that we've got cooling water coming through here.